Tiger Woods, not that one. Should the Falcons draft Davis Mills since you hate Mond? It's not that I hate Kellen Mond. It's just I think Kellen Mond's a little bit overrated. Like, when I hear people taking him in the top 3 rounds, that's crazy to me. What's also crazy is Davis Mills here. So, in Mel Kiper's latest mock draft, he had him going in round 2. I also saw a CBS mock draft where he's going in round 1. Every single year, there is a random quarterback that starts getting thrown in the top 2 picks, or the top 2 rounds. We're like, huh? But I can't say this. I never expected Jalen Hurts to go in the first 2 rounds. He ended up going in the first 2 rounds. If Davis Mills goes in the first 2 rounds, I will be shocked, and I think it will be a major mistake here. But how about this? We'll have a little bit of fun. Who do you think is the better quarterback? Davis Mills, type D, or K for Kellen Mond? Now, I think actually most of the people that watch this show are going to type K for Kellen Mond. I get that he's a 4-year starter, and when it comes to Mills, I don't even think he's played in 15 career games. So you're talking about 2 totally different types of prospects. Mills is probably built more to be your conventional pro-style quarterback pocket passer. Mond is built more to be, your mobile quarterback that has a lot more playing experience. As much as I hate Kellen Mond, I'm still going to go with Davis Mills here. It's close to me, though. Mills, to me, is a player that I would take in round 4. Mond is also a player that I would take in round 4, maybe round 5. Let's go to Mike Dibble. Hey, Mitchell. Who is your late round 1 steal? So, my late round 1 steals, oh boy. I think in terms of players that I think you could keep in mind, oh boy, I'm trying to think off the top of my head here. I think Schwartz is a player, the wide receiver from Auburn. He could be a late round guy you could potentially see go. The lineman from Mississippi State, I think is a pretty interesting player. I'm trying to think. So, guys, I do a lot of my draft research like in the earlier picks. A lot of the late round guys is probably a little bit more for Tom. So what, you mean like late round 1? Oh, late round 1. I'm thinking like late, like 5th, 6th, 7th round guys. All right, so late round 1 steals. I think Zaven Collins is a great player to keep in mind. I think Azeez Ojulari could be a good player to keep in mind. We'll see. Eric Stokes is another player that I'm starting to really fall in love with because of the athletic ability. Jalen Phillips, if he goes down really far. I'm not going to sit here and go Melifonwu, but I will ask you guys this question. What's the correct spelling here for... oh, wait, I want to pronounce it right. Ifeatu Melifonwu. What's the correct way to spell this dude's name? Now, Obi, his older brother, he's already come out, was kind of an absolute flop in the NFL. But which is the correct way to spell Melifonwu's name here? So is it the first way, type 1? Is it the second way, type 2? Third, type 3? Type 4 if you think it's the fourth. If you want to know the correct answer, you can DM me on Instagram at MitchellRance365 or just look it up on Google. All right, Robert, you're next up here. Appreciate the super chat, my dude. Mark my words. Lawrence, number 1, of course. Jets get Fields at 2. Niners get Jones. Bears trade up for Wilson. Lance falls on Broncos' lap at 9. Okay, I will mark your words. We will take a screenshot of this right now, and if you are right, we're definitely going to have to give you some kudos here. So, as Sam just did, all right, Robert, appreciate the question as always. Now, we partnered up with Newsbreak, and if anybody out there wants an awesome app on their phone, listen up right now. Go to chatsports.com/newsbreak. Now, I don't care what part of the United States you live in. I don't care what city you live in. I don't care what region. It doesn't matter what your zip code is. This app will be useful for you. Now, if you want more sports content, we got you covered. If you want more, politics, if you want to know more about pop culture, the best places to eat, the Newsbreak app is the app for you. So if you guys want to help us out and help yourself out, go to chatsports.com/newsbreak. I'm going to put this link in the comments. It's also going to be in the description. Now, why should somebody download it? Local news and weather. You gotta know what's going on in your local cities, right? Politics, food, pop culture, the extra sports content, and you can find our Chat Sports videos. So once you go ahead and download the app at chatsports.com/newsbreak, you go to the search tool, and if you look up your favorite team, then look for the show that we run. So if you're a Cowboys fan, Cowboys Report, Raiders fan, Raiders Report, Dolphins fan, Dolphins Today, 49ers fan, 49ers. Like, we got all these awesome channels here. You can get even more content. Plus, stay up to date what's going on in your city.
Now, Burnin Spades has a super chat just for producer Sam. So I'll let him unmic himself here in a second. Sam, why don't you read the question and then answer while I sip some water? As I'll throw my voice, if you will.
What's up, Burnin Spades? Appreciate the super chat. He said, if the Broncos trade up with Atlanta, what would you trade, and what do you think it would take? Obviously, number 9.
Yep.
Probably another first next year. maybe one more and a day 2 pick. Definitely that day 2 pick. At minimum, my first offer from the Broncos would be 2 firsts and a second or third this year.
I agree with Sam there. I think Wally looks for a new question. In general, the trade value chart, when you're moving in the top 10, especially for a quarterback, take that trade value chart and tear it up. It is not a great tool because the cost is so expensive because, in general, it means there are multiple teams trying to move up for your draft pick. So, great question there, Burnin Spades. Thank you so much for that super. From Lemon Pepaloo, are the Falcons going to draft a running back this year? I'd say, yeah, very, very likely that they will. They don't have enough. With Todd Gurley being a free agent, they did bring in Mike Davis, so it's not as big of a need, but I don't think you want to rely on just Mike Davis. So if Najee Harris is there at the beginning of round 2, I would love that pick. I got ETN higher than Javonte Williams, but if Arthur Smith wants to run a battering ram style offense, I think that makes a ton of sense for the Falcons in round 2, or maybe even if he falls to round 3. Who do you guys want to go get? Let me know in the comments section. What player are you itching for your favorite team to go up and get? Let me know in the comments section. Shout out, y'all. Atlanta takes Pitts at 4. Trade early second round to add picks. Draft Farley in the 3rd or late 2nd. Take Mond or Trask day 3. Thoughts? Who's the best fit? If you can pull it off, I love the idea. I genuinely have no idea where Farley goes. And if Farley is there in the 3rd round, I'm not sure you want him at that point. Like at that point, back might be really bad. Mond or Trask day 3? Sure. Mond has higher upside. Trask is a better player right now. But if you want to try and develop one of those guys, sure. I'd say probably Mond and gamble on the upside as opposed to, just trying to take what I think is a higher floor, lower ceiling guy in Kyle Trask. From Izzy World, which draft prospect do you think could be taken in the 1st round that is not a first-round talent? So, this is a good topic here. And this is pretty on par with most of the NFL, too. There are not 32 first-round grades. Teams give out like maybe half of that as a pure first-round talent. That's the way that their grading systems work. That's the way mine work as well. So there are going to be a lot of players who go in round 1 that aren't your true first-round grades on teams' draft board, even though they'll boost it up later. The latest graded guy that I think that could go in round 1, I could see someone like Jason Owe or a Tyson Campbell sneak into round 1, and I just did not like those guys as much as I hoped I was going to. From Chris Romero, who is the most overrated player in the NFL draft? The guy that I have the most overrated player as relative to like everyone else is probably someone like a Gregory Rousseau. I'm not that high on Tyson Campbell, the Georgia corner. Underrated. I like Bobby Brown from A&M a lot. I think he's a good sleeper pick there. I would throw in someone like let's go defense again here. I actually liked Ronnie Perkins a lot. I think I'm going to be higher on him than most people. That's the edge rusher from Oklahoma. Let's go to Burnin Spades with Davis and ? Who would be the best two-headed monster at running back and tight end for Atlanta in the draft and rest of free agency? At tight end, Pitts and Hurst are your two best options there as it relates to the tight end position. At running back, if Najee Harris falls, him and whoever. For what Arthur Smith wants to do on offense, even though I have Travis Etienne higher, I think Najee Harris is a fantastic fit for the Arthur Smith style offense. From Izzy World, why isn't Penei Sewell getting more love? He is the best non-quarterback prospect in the draft. I agree. I got Penei Sewell as my number 2 player. His arm length is 33 inches. That's fine. That's long enough for a tackle. Rashawn Slater's probably faster than him, but Sewell's also 330 pounds. He's huge. Penei Sewell dominated Pac-12 opponents at age 18 and 19. He does not turn 21 until after Kyle Pitts does. He's super young. Like, yes, he tends to lunge sometimes. I love him. I am not overthinking Penei Sewell. He is a fantastic prospect. I completely agree, Izzy World. From Timothy Mullen, how have the character concerns of Micah Parsons impacted his draft stock? I know I might kill less come out of this questionable pass coverage. We see him similarly then. The truth of the answer is I don't know. We will find out on draft night. If Micah Parsons goes like top 10, didn't affect him. If he starts to slide a little bit, then okay. Teams had some concerns. So, in general, the character concern stuff, at least for me, ends up being like a red flag of like, hey, keep this in mind, but I don't have the same information that NFL teams do as it relates to that. So because of it, it's a bit of an unknown. From Daniel Sharp, what is wrong with Deshaun Watson? Lots of things. For starters, things are not great right now for Deshaun Watson. The updates here as we sit here filming is there continue to be more and more accusations around Deshaun Watson and massage therapists, and there have been multiple lawsuits and some information has been filed with the police allegedly, and there's just all kinds of bad things for Deshaun Watson, and there's so many of them, it doesn't look good. We will let the cases in the system play itself out, but I think there's a very real chance from an NFL perspective, which is what you guys are here for, it's an NFL show, of course, that Watson is suspended on the commissioner's exempt list to open up the 2021 season. From the King, name your top 5 NFL fan bases. We all know you're a Cowboys. Okay, so if we know that, then I will leave the Cowboys out. For my own safety, I'm going to put the Raiders on there because I don't want to get killed. I want to give credit to the Browns as well because they've been bad for a long time and they still back their team very, very well. Let's see. I think Seahawks fans are pretty crazy too in a good way. Saints fandom has stuck by me since the Superdome Katrina game. And I need one more there for my favorite fan bases. I'm not going to do Broncos, Producer Sam, just to trigger you there. I'm not going to do Patriots fans because they annoy me as well. I'll go Chiefs. They've been fun lately in the end. From Rashard Lee, who are your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC? All right, in no particular order, because I don't want to get anyone mad at me too much here. You have Aaron Rodgers. You have Russell Wilson. I'm going to throw in probably Tom Brady in there, at least for now. Dak Prescott is in there. And then your 5th guy is probably not Kirk Cousins. It's not Fitz. It's not Matt Ryan. Kyler Murray? Matt Stafford? Somewhere there. Producer Sam goes, Kyler Murray, duh. Murray was not good on 3rd downs last year. Like, it was bad. Yeah, it's the most important down. Like, I think Kyler's going to be good, but the breakout has not happened yet. At the end of next year, it might be Kyler in that top 5. I think I'd actually go Stafford or Matt Ryan would be my 5th option there.
Out of these two, Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, who do you think gets traded first? If you're like, you know what, man, I don't think either of these quarterbacks gets traded first, I want you to type N for neither. Now, one of the things that I love to be able to do here on Chat Sports shows is always talk about hypotheticals. And we've done plenty of shows around Rodgers. We've done plenty of shows around Wilson. But who do you think ends up getting traded first? I'm not saying in 2021. I could be talking about 2022, 2023. Which quarterback out of Rodgers or Russell Wilson ends up getting traded first? And if you want to ask me some trade questions around Rodgers, around Wilson, remember, all you got to do is use hashtag NFL, or you can super chat. If I was a betting man, I might actually go here and sit W for Wilson.